Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I will be needle felting a bookmark for my friend's birthday. So for tools and materials, I've got some wool roving, needles and thread, felt, scissors, felting needles, safety pins and felting block. What I'm deciding to do with this bookmark is to make a Patronus charm. So I wanted to do the stag in the Forbidden Forest because I just think it's such an iconic Harry Potter image. I feel like it's really recognisable and my friend really likes Harry Potter. So to start with, I went ahead and drew a chalk outline to the size that I wanted the bookmark to be. And then I decided to go ahead with my needle felting. I thought that I would struggle with this project because I would want the bookmark to still remain quite thin to go in the pages of the book, and the more felt you add, the more wool you add to the felt, the thicker it will be. So I didn't just want this really chunky bookmark. So I knew that I couldn't really build up the colours as much as I probably would want to do. So I hoped to practice some different skills, which is why I did the different levels of colours. So I hope that I could test out some different techniques and I could learn some more skills, because I love this little hobby and I really want to get better at it. So now that I am going ahead with the felting, I will leave you to watch me do that and leave you with some music. And I will check in with you when I am starting the actual Patronus stag. So as you can see, I've tried to choose some colours that would be in the Forbidden Forest. So I kind of imagined that was the dark blues and greens were like the forest and the lake, and the more lighter colours are like the moonlight coming through. And that colour at the top there just reminds me of the colour of the soul as it's leaving Sirius's body during the Dementor's kiss. So I thought all of those colours just kind of really played into the Forbidden Forest theme. So you can see me pulling the the felt away from the felting block there. And that's just because as you push the wool roving into the felt, those fibres just adhere to the felting block, and if you don't pull them away regularly, it can be a real job to get them back out. And now as I'm watching it, that kind of grey colour is reminding me of Sirius Black's coat colour when he is in his animagus form, so I'm just going to claim that as it was all thought out, not just something that I thought of now as I'm editing this video. So as you can see there, I'm just twisting the wool roving, and that's I just had a technique in mind for this with some stitching later on, so hopefully you'll see the vision there. Okay, so now I am more or less happy with the background. I thought that I would move on to the actual Patronus. So I decided to do the stag just because it's such a classic Harry Potter motif. So I tried to get the legs to sort of have that elbowing that stags have. I'm not sure how well that came through. I also tried to get the nice chunky bit of thigh. It's actually a really hard animal to sort of draw. They're really delicate, and when you're working with such a small area and trying to basically draw with wool, I'm not really a great artist, so it was really tricky for me, but I'm sure that you can sort of get the idea of the animal that it's supposed to be. Of course, Roma had to pay us a visit. So this is where I am right now. I really think that the stag needs to have a bit more of a chest on it, and I need to just do a little more antlers. I've got some ideas for the stitching across here and down the side. Obviously I'll have to use a piece here to back it onto, and then I'll just stitch the whole way around. And once again, I'll just leave you with some music while I get on with a bit of this needle felting. At this point, it's looking a little bit more like a moose than a stag, but nevertheless, at least it looks like something, and I'm sure my friend will really appreciate it nonetheless. So now I've pretty much gone as far as I can go with it, needle felting wise. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut all of those wispy bits off the bookmark and try my hand at some stitching. So for a couple of these, I just did some simple stitches, back stitches, and that was to just make the line between the colours a little bit more defined, which I thought looked quite nice. So you can really see there what a mess the needle felting makes at the back, which is why it's so important to back it on to a fresh piece of felt. So here's where I tried one of the techniques I was talking about earlier, just to make the wool roving look a bit more, well, I suppose bobbly would be the term. So I really liked the way that turned out. I thought that looked so cute. And then I just went ahead and did a bit more stitching across the bottom. Like I say, I really like the way that bobbly technique turned out, so I did that again. And then I tried my hand at a bit of a chain stitch. To be honest, I don't really like the way this turned out. I think that the chains were too big, just looked like a loose bit of thread, but nevertheless it was still quite nice to give it a go. Then just some last minute needle felting while I still can before the back goes on. And just thought that I would try and define some more of those lines with just needle felting rather than stitching across. And then this is my absolute favourite part of any needle felting project, when you get those safety pins on and you can start doing your blanket stitch around the side. So this is where it became very apparent to me that I was going to be running out of thread, which means that I'd have to change midway through, which is not my favorite thing to do. It's really hard to make it look seamless, especially when you don't really have the skills that you need. So although it was annoying, at least I got a chance to practice how to start a new blanket stitch, making it look as if that old one was seamless. I definitely think that I will be able to do it perfectly next time. I think I just started from the wrong end, but it's okay. I think it turned out okay. Also, I feel as if I did get slightly better at corners. They all look pretty uniform. I did the same technique on each corner. So even if it's not the right way, at least it's the same way. And then it was just a case of figuring out how to finish it off. So that is the finished bookmark. I really actually liked the way it turned out. I think I learned so many new skills. I'm pretty chuffed with it. And then, of course, I could not get her a bookmark without a book, so I just quickly wrapped this one in brown paper. I know she had the first one, so I thought that it might be a safe bet to get her the second. And then my friend really likes kind of like a rustic vibe, so trying to find a line between rustic and pretty was quite difficult, but I thought this tissue paper looked really nice, and I know she really likes green, so I tried to wrap this up and make it a bit like an evening with a book. So I just slotted a couple of extra little treats in there. I really didn't want that whisper to fall out, so I sellotaped that down. And then please excuse my messy wrapping. And then I just finished it off with a little bow because I thought that would make it look super cute. So there it is, all finished, and I'm so excited to give it to my friend. I really think she will like it. So thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.